Hey there everybody, and today I want to talk to you about why I believe that Jim Carrey is the owner of the greatest mental health quote of all time. Hey there everybody, my name's Dave, aka Mindset by Dave, and for the last 4 years I have been a mindset and mental health coach, helping people both one-to-one and in groups get to grips with mindset, mental health, personal development, and all the things that could be holding you back up here. As well as creating video content on here, I also stream live on twitch.tv/mindsetbydave every Tuesday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. and every Saturday now from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. where you can join in live mindset and mental health conversation. Anyway, on with the content. So claiming that something is the greatest mental health quote of all time is a pretty bold statement, right? And I don't do this lightly. I'll pop the quote up on screen right now. Jim Carrey said, "I believe that depression is legitimate, but I also believe that if you don't exercise, eat nutritious food, get sunlight, get enough sleep, consume positive material, surround yourself with support, then you aren't giving yourself a fighting chance." Now, the reason I believe this to be one of, if not the greatest quote when it comes to depression, is that it actually tackles it from both sides. The mental health industry is kind of cut up into depression is real or fake, or whether or not it's something that can be impacted by our things that we do, whether or not there is even a chance to actually get anywhere with it, or whether it's not just a case of you just keep on pushing through and you'll get there. These arguments go around a hell of a lot within the mental health industry, and often when a person's putting out a quote or a piece of content that is supposed to appeal to the masses, or is supposed to appeal to as many people as humanly possible, then they pick one of those lanes. Now, the thing with picking either one of those lanes is that neither one of them tells the full story. I've actually lived in both sides of this. I believed for a good 3 years that I had completed mental health. It was a time where I actually got a little bit cocky. And at that point in my life, it was simply down to the fact that my self-care was higher than it had ever been before, and the things causing me stress were lower than they'd ever been before. So basically my net balance of things that would affect my mental health was heading more in the positive direction than in the negative direction. Flash forward a few years later, and just like many other people, when things started getting harder again, the self-care went out the window. And in fact, I actually made a video about this with the depression feeling like your head is underwater, which I will link to right now. So having had experience of existing in both of those camps, in the camp where you believe that it is completely and utterly unchangeable, where you accept that it is legitimate, but you accept that it is something that has power over you and that you don't have power over it, and the other side of it where you think that you have total and utterly dominion over the depression, I actually found from living in both of those camps that neither one of them had it 100% right. There were dangers to both of them, and I'll start with the side that I believed that it was completely and utterly fixable. You can almost become like the preachy ex-smoker of mental health when you believe that everything is completely and utterly fixable if we just work hard enough. Because eventually one day is going to come along where no matter how hard you work at your mental health, life just throws you a curveball. And if you think that that'll never happen to me ever again, then you're in for a bit of a shock when actually it does. But on the flip side of that, the majority of the people that I'm trying to reach and help with the work that I do are the people that exist in the "this can't be changed whatsoever" camp. Now, the reason that I'm so passionate about helping those people is because they're the ones that actually need the help the most. And the thing with those beliefs is it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you think that nothing will ever work, then you've got absolutely no motivation to even try. Why would you try? You might try sort of half-heartedly, or you might not even try whatsoever. And let me tell you, the one thing that's definitely not going to work is the thing that you don't do. Within this side of things, it is often put across that the things that are improvements for mental health aren't cures. And they're not actually trying to be cures. I'm not out here on YouTube trying to cure anybody. If I could do that through a video, I'd have done it a long time ago. What I can offer and what many of the other people out there can offer within the mental health industry is improvement, is techniques and things that have helped the quality of our life improve, not fixed my bipolar disorder, just helped me to be able to live with it that little bit better. And this is why to me this Jim Carrey quote is so important, because instead of going 100% in with empathy or 100% in with change, Jim comes along and goes hard in with empathy, but then suggests what we can do, empowers us to think about what we can do to make things better. And you might be looking at that list and thinking, well, there's 6 different things he says on there, and I can't possibly do all of them. I might not have the support structure that he's talking about on there. I might not have access to a gym or whatever it might be. I don't have the funds to pay for nutritious food. And often again, like going back to the video about the 10% changes that add up to everything, because Jim's suggesting that we do all 6 of those things, and the only way you ever get to having a fighting chance is by doing all 6 of them, and we can't do all 4 of them, I won't bother doing the other 2. Do the bits that you can, because trust me, living with depression, living with mental health, any improvement is better than 0 improvement. And I get it, a lot of you watching this video might be in that position that I've also been in myself, which is you're just so exhausted from working at all of this stuff. And yeah, sometimes it is right to sit back, take a day off, not actually have to push at it. But if we do that for too long, we're never going to want to get back in the game. So if you're sat there struggling today and you don't know who to reach out to, you don't know anything that you can do, take a look at those 6 items and ask, is there any of them that you could maybe do a little bit of today? It isn't going to cure things, but it will give you an improvement. Maybe that improvement's going to be 5 days down the line, maybe it's going to be 5 months down the line, but trust me, it's so much better than being on a trajectory where you're thinking that everything's always getting worse, or staying in a position where you think that it can never ever get any better. Take a step towards one of those 6 things today, and the future version of you will thank you for it. As always, I hope you've got a lot of value out of this content, and if you have, please hit that subscribe button. Remember, it is priceless to you, but it is priceless to me. Don't forget also, you can catch me live on twitch.tv/mindsetbydave every Tuesday from 10 AM till 4 PM and every Saturday from 7 PM till 10 PM. All of those are UK times. Twitch.tv/mindsetbydave, and I would love to see you down there. See you soon.